Hi guys, welcome back again with the new session of Google Ads. And in this session, we are going to cover how we can configure our conversions under Google Ads. And actually, whatever we have covered so far, that doesn't consist how to track conversions. Okay. Right now, we were just creating campaigns, but have no clue about it. How to go with the tag manager, how to do it, how to use it, how to configure codes and all. So today we are going to see all the configuration from scratch, how to install the code in the right way. All right. How to use Google Tag Manager, how to track it, how to not track it, and what are the benefits and what are the cons. Okay. Are you guys excited to see the Google Tag Manager? Let's go ahead and let's see it. Are you with me?
Yes, of course.
All right. Great. Sounds good. So here is my screen for today. All right. So we are gonna learn, of course, conversion tracking, GTM configuration day today, and it is step by step. Last time, you remember, guys, we had covered this Google campaign, Gmail campaign. How many of you remember? We have covered this last campaign. We had created a new email campaign for our get set link, and that was really great, and that was nice looking page. And today is all about conversion tracking. After adding all these kind of just have a look, we have created a lot of campaigns. One is video type of campaign, one other display campaign, another is search campaign. Okay, so they have a different icon as well. If you are not able to understand which is search, display, video, so you can see the icons. The icon itself says that what type of campaign it is. If you're saying it's a video icon, it means a video campaign. If showing this grid, it means a display campaign with different various type of campaign types. And if it is a this glass option, it means yes, of course, search campaign type. All right, so you can do it. Either you are finding some confusion over there to navigate, use this modes, which is search campaign, display campaign, video campaign, or by default I use this all campaign feature. All right, so our now the problem starts here. The moment up, suppose you have a one landing page, you want to track conversions, how you can track it. So first you have to set conversion. In order to track conversion, you have to do some certain activities inside it. I want you to watch this step by step just from right now. Okay, pay attention, otherwise you will lose the focus and you will not able to understand how I've set it this. Okay, this is quite technical right now. Click on the tools under the measurements. Okay, under the measurement, fourth option, you will get the conversions. Click on this. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, so we have only one my old created conversion for some reason. Okay, we are going to create a new one. Don't worry, I'm not going to use it. So click this, okay. Now it is asking what type of conversion you want to track it. Either one website, app installs, phone calls, or import. So as if now you guys tell me what should my type of conversion. I have one landing page, and I want that those who are filling the landing page, I want to track them who was actually signing up in my landing page, who is giving me the lead and information. So what type of conversion I should select it? Of course, the website one, right? And if you hover this, it will says online sales, link clicks, page views, and signups. It tracks. So I think my desired goal should be to track the website conversions. Correct, guys? Are you with me?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So let's click on this. Cool. So it is asking some questions and some options here. Let's go ahead and let's see. What type of category you want to give it. It's a purchase, add to cart, begin to checkout, or subscribe, or it's a contact, submit lead, sign up. For me, it is a sign up. Okay, it's a webinar sign up, or maybe it's a lead form. So you can click on this. Okay, and just a second, guys. Yes, you can click on this, and you have to give the conversion name. uh, it is editable, of course. You after this category, this name will be come here as a by default. If you want to change it, like submit lead Delhi, something like that, you want to give it, you can. Okay, it's totally up to you, no problem. Okay, now value. Measure the impact of your advertisement by giving conversion a value. Okay, use the same value of each conversion. Use different value for each conversion. Don't use a value for the conversion action. Suppose we are just running uh, ad for a sign up. It doesn't contain any kind of a price. So suppose it's a free lead magnet that I'm running, and there is no value for it. It is not for 100 rupees, not 200 rupees, 400 rupees. So you don't have to select this option. The moment you click on this, it will ask that what is your cost per lead value. So I'll say if someone downloads or someone sign up to a lead, that is costing 150 rupees. Okay, but as if now I don't have anything like that. Okay, so I'll just remove it. I'll just use this. Don't use this conversion action. I don't have any action, so let it be. Okay, or either it be zero. It's totally up to you. Now count. Let's see the second option. Select how many conversion to count per click and interaction. You want to count every click, or you want to you want to count just one. So just have a look very carefully, because it has a very thin line difference. You will get to know. Recommended for purchase, because every purchase is valuable for every count. Okay, and if you are have a that kind of a campaign which is related to some purchase, which is a paid purchase, of course, so you should go this. Or you count one. Recommended for lead signups and other conversions, because the only first interaction is available. Right. So if you are running lead magnets, or probably a sign up or lead anything else, so you should target this option. Okay, one. This count should be one, not every, because when we go for the purchases, we use this every method. But when we go for lead magnets and signups, we stick to the one. Right.
And what is it showing in right side? You are tracking leads. Someone clicks your ad.
This one. Yeah, this, you are tracking leads, someone clicks your ads and entry. So it's giving an explanation that how it tracks basically. Okay, so it is saying that for us, what is the lead? You're getting it. What is the lead value? The first interaction itself with our landing page, it's super important as a lead magnet. Okay, so that's why it will count as one. But purchase, I'm telling you, suppose Vishnu is interested to buy one property, real estate. Okay, real life example. You are interested to buy buy one property. Okay, I'm running lead generation for real estate business, and you give me a lead. And suppose if you are giving me another lead, like suppose for the same property, you are filling up my lead form again. So will I count as two or one? You tell me. I will count you as a one, right?
Yeah.
You're getting it. So if you come to my landing page, if you fill up form 5 times, it doesn't matter you fill up 5 times, 500 times, I will count you as one, because for this particular product you have interested, and this is a lead. Okay, there is no money involved. So I will count you as one, that you are interested. That's it. But suppose I am selling something. I'm selling courses right now, or maybe some products like physical products like bags, shoes, and something like that. You can buy n number of time, and every purchase is totally valuable as compared to each other, right? So you're getting it. So every purchase I have to track it. That's why for purchase it is every. And if there is a lead, it will be always be one, because you can submit 2 times or 3 times the same lead form, but I will count you as one. But the moment you buy multiple times by paying something, then I will count your every purchase, and I will track it, that what is ROI and all. You're getting it? How this works?
Yep.
Right? Are you guys clear that how count works, guys? Yes, I hope you're clear, because it's a
Yes.
mandatory to understand that do not choose any option without reading all this recommendation which is down below. If you are finding confusing this any point of time, just read it carefully. Go deep inside as you can, because every button has some different meaning and different approach. Okay, it is something that you are riding Lamborghini, I told you before. It has a lot of features, but you don't know which button you should use it at what time. So choose it wisely. Okay, you have to click on one, because we are just running lead magnets. That's all. Okay, now this is very interesting. Click through conversion window. So when it will be get counted as a lead, so they see conversion can happen day after a person interacts with your ad. Select a maximum time after this count one. Okay, so if I'm saying if someone is interacting with my ad, okay, if someone is interacting with my ad and it converts within 30 days, count the end conversions. That effort goes to a counting as one conversion. Okay, but the moment I can change it, suppose my advertisement is something that if I don't get leads under 2 weeks, I will not count it as a conversion. So it will be out of my box. So usually we made it as 30 days conversion window. That is a by default. And you should also start with 30 days, because average brand value of any brand right now has a 30 days value. Like suppose people are watching today landing page. If your landing page is very much like into like well made, well designed, everything, so people can quickly recall that yes, under 30 days, yes, I have seen that ad, and now again we are watching it. And if they convert it, if they're given you a form, if they filled up your lead magnets and all, so if they've given you information, that it count as conversion under 30 days. Okay, you have custom dates up, you can go beyond 90, it's fine. So 90, 60, 45, you can go ahead like that. Okay, that you can do it. This is called click-through window. Okay, you can do some certain research how it works, but for basic information I gave you idea that how click-through window really works. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's explore a little more things which is quite interesting ahead. View through conversion window. Now what is view through? There is one is click through and other is view through. Okay, there is two new terms are coming on each time. Let's see. Select the maximum time after a person views your ad and that you want to count view through conversion. Okay, so keep it 1 day. Okay, keep it 1 day, because usually we run advertisement and we expect that a person should get our ads once in a day in order to maintain the frequency. Okay, if you watch our ads, converts, please count him. Getting it? Getting it, guys? If you are getting it, please write CC in the chat if you are
Mhm.
getting this. All right. Yes. Cool. So let's go to the second next options, which is include in conversions. If you are you want to include it in conversion or not, it's totally up to you. If you uncheck, it will not include it. If you check, it will include it. Of course, we want to include in conversions. So why to skip this part? Keep it. Okay. Don't change it. Now, super important thing, attribution model. Okay, one of the like brainstorming a particular subject to talk about it. What is attribution model? The moment I click on this, you will see there are multiple options: data driven, last click, first click, linear, time decay, and position based. You getting it? How many type of attributions model are there? And this is the time where people get confused. Okay, this is a time where people get confused. And to be honest, I'm not gonna tell you each one of them right now, because if I tell you now itself, it will take 1 hour to make you understand how attribution model really works and how these particular things get count. But for your kind information, what kind of attribution model we use it, just let me just quickly tell you. Okay, last click gives you all the credit conversion as the last clicked ad. Okay, so see why this attribution model here. So what is the requirement of attribution model in advertisement? If you go to Facebook ads, they have attribution model. If you go to Google ads, they have it. Bing ads, they have it. Any kind of ad platform, they must be having this attribution model in different types. Why it's required? Because when we calculate ads ROI and also conversions, it is super important to understand for the machine and for the human level as well, whom to give credit. You are running ads 24/7 for 30 days from 1 year to 2 year, and people are watching ads again and again. They are clicking on ads again and again. They are coming to landing page again and again. But how to track that when he actually converted on the very first time when he watched our ad, or either the last second 10th time that he watched our ad, then he got converted? If this is a case, we will go to the last click option, which is gives all credit for the conversion to the last click ad. Whichever the ad was shown to him as a recently, like latest ad from your side, whichever he has seen it and click on it and got converted, that ad will get the full credit. Got my point? That ad will get a full credit. Now, if you go to the first click, it is a vice versa of last click. Okay, the first time, the moment he sees your ad, irrespective he clicked again 10th time, 11th time on your advertisement, then he got converted. But Google ads, the machine will understand that he got converted because he's seen your ad for very first time, and he will count as a conversion one the moment he clicked on the very first time. Got it? Likewise, we have different attribution: linear, time decay, and position based. Okay, we're going to talk about it later on. Okay, we are going to talk about this all the attribution model later on. But if when we run a lead magnet and signups, now you guys tell me what is more important: those who have recently clicked on a landing page and come to our website and they signed up, or those who are clicking 10th time from very first time, or maybe in middle of the week, or maybe in the last week? Whom you should track it? Of course, the recent one. Are you with me?
Like recent one is like last click, no?
Last click, yes. Got it? So, of course, you want to track those for the leads, those who have interacted with your ads and recently got converted. Are you with me?
And what about the people who clicked first? They are not getting converted.
They are getting converted. Why not? Why not? But
because because here we have chosen attribution as a last click. So what
yes,
about the first click?
I see there are different approaches for the attribution model. Okay. And you must know about this stuff, that why attribution model is not a automated thing. Why have they have given this manually? Google could have done it automatically, right? This is called data driven. This is something that based on data it's automatically do some certain adjustment, but it is disabled because this account doesn't have that kind of conversion, so automatically cannot be run. So this is data driven approach is something that Google does it. Okay. It will automatically stabilize all the ads and convert. It will route the conversion accordingly. But industrialist, whenever we use it, we use the last click. For especially I use it for signups and all the lead magnets. Whatever I use the last click, because what I understand, the moment he sees our very first ad, if I'm an e-commerce company and I'm running a brand like a Nike or Puma or something like Reebok brand, it is very important to track this first click, because this is my, I know that they are this is my brand value. Okay, just because of my brand value they got converted from very first time when I showed them advertisement. But when you're talking about leads is something that people can click multiple times and they can forget you easily. Okay. But the moment they give you a lead, like they signed up for a form, that is the when they got converted, and you should track it as a last click option. If you are running a e-commerce company, you have a Shopify store or something else, you can go with this first click, because again it's go for the popular brand, those who have already a good market value on the market. Okay. So you can go with the first click like that. And we have a linear, something like that. We can talk more on this. Okay, don't brainstorm it because it will take a while to understand how attribution model really works. But today's class is focused on how to set conversions. Okay, let's come to that. And as if now attribution model I'm keeping to last click. Shall we go ahead?
Yeah.
All right, shall we go ahead, guys? Other people?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, all right, great. Okay, so we have another option here: enable enhanced CPC to help conversion in campaign currently using manual CPC bidding. You can adjust by this. So whenever we use enhanced CPC bid options, if you just turn off this, it will not get optimized. Okay, this is something that AI thing, for Google AI thing. The moment you turn on this, however the conversion performance is, accordingly enhanced CPC option will get get worked on activity basis. Because if this is something that giving a permission to Google that okay, if my conversion rate is really high or maybe poor, please check into my conversion enhanced bid and check it. If required, increase it. If it's required to decrease it. You getting it? So it is giving access to Google by clicking on this button that yes, I'm giving access. Whatever you think that is correct, please perform. So I also recommended to use to just turn it on. So in just in case if you are not using in the right CPC enhanced way, Google will take care of. Okay. Now rest of the thing is done. Let's click on this create and continue. What next? Now the fun fact begins. Okay. Yes. Now you have three options. Please have a look carefully. One is install the tag yourself, add to the tag your website, email, or use tag manager, install tag manager and all. So today we are going to perform a tag manager, of course. Okay. We want to track it by tag manager sequences. And let's see. The moment I clicked on it and tag manager, you can see some certain things are coming up. Use the Google tag manager, install tracking code and so forth. and this is a conversion ID, this is a conversion label, blah blah blah, right? So now what next? Let me show you another thing here. It is my swipe pages, okay? It is where I create landing pages. So this is one of my page, okay? One of my pages, and this is, let's treat this page as a landing page. How many you can see this landing page? Like it's a very like lame landing page. Just for an example, I'm giving you, okay? Now what our purpose is, those people are coming to this page, they must fill up this form, and the moment they fill up, Google should count the conversions. Getting it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is the page how it looks like for your information. Okay. This is the page how it looks like. And what we are going to do, the moment, suppose I'm just giving you my example here, and let me just put my this option. And the moment I give my information, you can see that it is going to some different page, which is thank you for signing up. Got it? There are two pages involved. One is primarily page, which I've just shown you. This is landing page. The moment I signed up, it should jump to the next page, which is thank you page. Okay. Now, in order to track it, we have to do some certain thing before we actually perform Google Tag Manager, which is add the conversion tag. And how we can get to know that is the tag is installed or not? First, you have to add a one Chrome plugin, which is called Tag Assistant. Okay. Tag Assistant. You have to install this, enable this. After enabling, just reload. If your Google landing, maybe landing page contains this particular code which is required, it will start showing. Okay. If it is not there, it will not show. It's saying there is no tags found. Okay. There is no tag for inside this page. We have to add it. Okay. Let's add this tag inside the landing page. How we can do it? Now it's going to be a bit technical for you right now. All right. Let's go back to this Google Ads Manager. Okay. And before that, you have to visit here, this one. Guys, this is a tag manager account. How you can go, simply write tag manager on search. All right, go to the tag manager, check out the first option, website tag management tools and solutions. Okay, sign into tag manager, and let it loaded. Okay, let it get loaded. So this will be a console like this. Okay, so you have to click on this, create a new account over here. Okay, under this workspace admin, you have to create a new account. So make sure you do it in a right way. You have to give this name, of course, for the account name. My account is let's say lead form. Okay, simply I just write lead form, so you will get to know that what is the account name. Country is India. Share data anonymously to Google and others. If you want, you can, otherwise just leave it. Okay, you have to give your website link, of course. So just come back here. Wait, this is not my website link. My website link is this. Okay, this is the actually link page. Okay, copy this, come to the tag manager, post it, and it's saying something. See, you have to remove this. All right, you have to remove this. And in fact, you can remove this as well. Main domain is required. Be sure. Now click on this web, create. There is a whole agreement, service agreement, whatever you're going to do it. You have to check it. Click on yes or no on your top right. Click on yes. The moment you click on yes, you just have a look now. Okay. It will take some time. And we are here in our dashboard. Okay. Now we have successfully created a new account in Google Tag Manager for separately for this domain. This is the domain web now, and this is the landing page where we're going to configure it. Let's come back on Tag Manager. All right. Now just follow these instructions. It says there are some codes which we have to add in header section, and another code is supposed to get added in body. How to do it? Let's see. Click on this clipboard. The moment you click on this, it is get copied, and it says you have to add it on head. So guys, if you are using any kind of landing page builder, probably WordPress, anything, there must be some options to add this under heading section. You can check it on YouTube. Various videos are available. As if now this is a landing page builder, so I have to go here on settings. Okay, under settings, tracking codes. Okay, here is the option. Under the tracking codes, you have to click here right now, and now it says head, body, and body end. I have to add in header section, so just paste this. Okay, header portion is done. Let's come back here. It's saying that additional page code immediately after opening the body tag. Okay, you have to add it on the first opening of the body tag. Copy this, come back to your page. Here is the body start. Okay, the moment body gets starts of the landing page, you have to add this code and you paste it like this. Okay, sorted, head done, body start done. Now cross this, save this nicely. Okay, make sure it gets saved, otherwise it will not reflect. Now click on publish. Okay, now I'll show you the one major problem people do it and they often forget. Okay, let me just clear the cache memory, so our tracking is fine. Let me just, for information, let me do it. Okay, all right. So guys, as we have already seen that Google Assistant already denied earlier that it doesn't have any kind of code. So we're gonna click on this. Okay, we're gonna enable this. Now let's see it doesn't have a code or not. Okay, can you see this? Now it's showing as green. It's showing green right now, and the moment I click this, it says it has some code, GTM Tag Manager, Google Tag Manager, and this is the account number. Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
It means it does have the code right now. Okay, it doesn't have any kind of tag, but yes, it does have the code of Tag Manager. Okay, now one more problem that often people forget: they want to track this landing page of when the people fill up this particular form and move on to the another form, which is this page. Okay, this page, how this page get count as conversion, because people are not adding tracking code here as well. You have to understand, if you want to track this page and this page, you have to perform both the actions in a correct way. Okay, you have to add head and body tags under this page as well. So what I will do, I'll come back here and I quickly just move on to this option. Give me a second. I have to go back.
But the conversions for the both the pages will be same, na?
No.
Because if one person is filling a form, then he will directly go on the thank you page.
See, what is the purpose of adding here a conversion code? What is the purpose? Can you tell me what is the purpose? Because you must be thinking that this page is important, because the moment people will come here, they should get tracked. It means they have converted, right? So why we are adding to this page only? Okay, let me tell you. We are adding the page, this page here, because we want to retargeting as well in future. Those who have visited this page, we want to create a custom audiences. Those who have come here don't filled up this particular form, we want to target them and show the advertisement. In order to do that, we have to add the tracking codes. Okay, and those who have reaching to this page, it means they have already get converted. We don't have to run retargeting ads for them, and that's the beauty of the tag manager, and you will see it how we are going to do it. Okay, it's super easy, don't panic. And let me just go back here, and for some reason I'm not able to go back. Wait. Okay, hang on. Can you see the swipe pages, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to go to this option. Oh yes, I'm here. I'm going back to my folder. And here is my landing page, which I just shown you. I'll come back to the another page. And over here, I will click on this. I'll open this page. Okay. This page has been opened. Click on the settings gear icon on the top left. Click on the tracking codes. Click on tracking codes option. Yes. Now go back here on your tag manager. Click on head, copy, paste in tracking codes. Now click on body start. Second, see, Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel doesn't require body tags. But if you are running Google Tag Manager, it requires head and body both. Okay. So it says into the body, you have to add this, copy this, come to this body part and paste it gently and save it up. Let's get saved. Now it's said to publish. We can click on the page. Okay. And we can do some hard refresh, Control F5. And we're going to click on this tool in order to check that whether the code has been added correctly or not. Control R. And here we go. It's green. So it means this has also a code now. So you have seen it that we have successfully added codes inside our first landing page, which was this, and second thank you page, which was this. Okay.
But if it
Yeah.
but if it was WordPress or single domain, right now we added multiple times that code on other pages, different pages, right?
You see, it is I'm using some page builder. That is why I have to add different times. If you are using HTML website or WordPress website, you have to add it once. As you have find it correctly, you must be adding once in Google Tag Manager on heading portion, right, Saurabh?
Yes, we add only once. That's what I asked.
Yes. That is for WordPress and all. But if you are doing like ClickFunnels or something, no, because every page has different something. You have seen it before. Adding to this tag manager, I would try to check that whether it has a code or not. It was not there,
Yes,
correct?
not the root. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I have to add it, because in this landing page builders will not give you that kind of a freedom to give all the affection, because it is temporarily built at one single page. That's it. They don't give you a full website like WordPress. This is a landing page builder. Its job is to just create a beautiful landing page, add the tracking codes, and done. That's it. Okay, so come back to the question, like how we can do it. Let's come back here and do tag manager right now, and let's see what is the next process. Now you have seen it that we have added in our first landing page. Another one is under the thank you page. Now let's configure it how it's get done. Okay. Click on this OK. Okay. There are multiple options right now on your left: tags, triggers, variables, folders, and template. Okay. We're going to click on tags. That, of course, what are the tags? Tags are something that you will just know in just 2 minutes. If I explain you will go again that crazy, that how the tags are working or not. Just hang on a second. Okay. Click on the tags. There is no tags right now. Click on this new. Okay. Click on this new tag and give the tag as conversions. Okay. Let's come back here on our Google Tag Manager. It says it gives you a conversion ID and conversion level. And also on the second important option, it says make sure you add a conversion linker tag and configure to fire all your web pages. Okay. If you are using AMP pages, you need to add separate container, and that is a separate thing. And we are not using any AMP pages. We are just using regular pages. So no need to panic again. All right, relax. Cool. So come back here in a tag manager. Give it a nice name. Maybe lead conversion. Okay, lead conversions. Click on this. Okay, click on this. Now, the moment you click on this, okay, the moment you click on this, you can see some various tags type. By default, it's giving you a template. Can you see it? There are some analytics template. There are some Google Ads template. There are some Google Marketing Platform templates. So you have to use Google Ads template. Getting it? So in order to track this particular conversion ID, label, and all, you have to select the fourth option, which is Google Ads conversion tracking. Okay, let's click on this. Wait. Stay here. Yes. Click on this. It will get open. Now, this part is very crucial. You shouldn't do any kind of mistake. If you do mistake, you will see that your conversion is not getting tracked correctly. Okay. Let's go back to the Google Ads, and it's asked that what is your conversion ID and conversion label. Okay. If you have conversion value, you can also give it, or you have a currency code. You can. They have a lot of variable options right now. But let's come back to Google Ads before you think again. They give you conversion ID itself. You don't have to fill it anything. Just copy this. Come to the Google Tag Manager again. Put it on conversion ID like this smoothly. Now it says, what is a conversion level? Come back. Copy this label. Come back to the Tag Manager itself and paste it up. Sorted. Got it? Sorted. And guess what? What exactly we want to target? You guys tell me. This page or this page? Which page is more important for us? This one or this one? Which
Thank
page we
you.
want to track it? This page or the thank you page?
Both are important in either way.
Both are important, but
For conversion,
how-
thank you pages.
how you will track it? Of course, from thank you pages, right? The moment they're reaching to thank you pages, it means they got converted. Correct?
For example, if they half fill the form and they go off, we need to retarget them, right? So in that case, we need to track that as well, right?
Yeah, but that is a different thing. I'm just simply asking that what exactly for you a conversion when the people are reaching to this page,
For
right?
me, when they click the sign up button,
And no, that's not be a right answer. Your answer should be that when they are reaching to a thank you page, because there are no other way in your website to reach this particular page. There is only way is to just fill up this form and come to here. If they are coming here directly, it will not counted as a conversion. They have to fill it here and then come to here. That is the job of Tag Manager, to track it, whether they are coming from this form or they are coming from other kind of a form in the whole website. Maybe you have 10 or 50 or 500 landing pages like this, but how they are coming to this page, either from this page and all that, this is the tracking thing. And the basic thing is, if they are reaching to this level, which is thank you page, it means they have finished the journey and this is a conversion for us. Okay, so we have to track this. In order to track this, we have to trigger this page. If this page is getting triggered, Google Ads will count this a person is a conversion 1. So what we will do, just copy this link and you will see that what I'm doing with the link right now. I go back to Google Tag Manager. I have already given this all this conversion linker and all. This is done. If you see, just come back to the little left, little down below. You have few options like conversion linking and all. Like, don't touch all this. Okay, don't touch all this. Let it be on default. Okay, do not touch all this. Okay, if you change anything, your conversion will get stopped. These are the dynamic based events. Super advanced thing. Don't go deep inside that. Okay, as if now. You have to trigger a page in order to count this conversion ID. So click on this trigger. What it says, what do you want to track it? All pages, like those who have this, all us like Google Tag Manager Analytics installed, all the pages will get counted, or just a specific page. So if we want a specific page, which is our thank you page, how we can do it? We have to click on plus on your top right. Okay. The moment you click on it, give it a trigger name. Trigger name is thank you page. Okay. Thank you page. Click on this arrow. And you have a third option, page view. The moment you get a page view, that you have to trigger it. Now click on this. Okay. And yes, you click on this. It is a all page view or some page views. Click on some. Okay. It's a host name contains this. You don't have to write all this. You just have to give this information. Thank you. Because if we see over this page, it does have only this URL. Thank you. You don't have to give this whole information. HTTP, GA, swipe pages, no, don't require. Because host is already covered. It says what should be contains in the URL. Content should be thank you. If it is contain thank you, it means you are done. The trigger is been get fired. Okay, it is the trigger. Thank you. Now save it. Done. You can see we have added a one conversion. Guys, put yourself on mute, those who are not talking. Thank you. If you are adding a tag conversions like this, okay, make sure you are adding, do not do any kind of mistakes. This is a very crucial part. You will not able to find n number of videos on YouTube, but still people not able to just do this Google Tag Manager simple conversion adding. Okay, let me tell you frankly. So pay attention here. Trigger it with this page view. I've just shown you how to create this specific thank you page. Now save it. You have one lead conversion thank you, one tag which is lead conversion, and you are triggering thank you page. Okay, the moment people are visiting thank you page, it will get counted, but the thing is not done yet. Okay, thing is not done yet. What you have to do, you have to come back, see the instructions, what it says. Make sure you add a conversion linker tag and configure fire all the web pages. Got it? Clear instruction given on Google Ads that you have to add conversion linker tag. It's a default by default feature. Okay, come here. Click on the tags. You are already in the tag. Okay, click on the new. Give it a name. What is this name is? Conversion linker, right? If it is a conversion linker, we could name as conversion linker. Okay, this is a conversion linker. I gave it a name. Tag configuration. Click on this. My bad, I chose a wrong tag. Click on this pen icon and select here. Can you see this conversion linker, guys? You have to find this. Here is the conversion.
What is the role of this conversion linker?
See, it is a different. Yeah, it is. This different segment of this Google Tag Manager. It's suppose that you just add this Google Ads conversion tracking, but don't give conversion linker. See, sort of for your example, I'm telling you, you have multiple landing pages, multiple thank you pages right now. Okay.
Okay.
And you are saying that what about other pages which we are getting converted? That should be have some getting data, right? How the data will get count. So if you add this conversion linker, so it is basically linking all your pages inside the tag manager. Okay, just in case the moment you create another conversion type for different thank you page, it will be super easy for Google to understand that, okay, now you are using different type of thank you page. Okay, so that is why conversion linker is important. Without this, Google cannot understand that how many type of conversions you have, multiple type of thank you pages if you have it. Okay, so it's required. Conversion linker is required. It's a mandate. That's why they've given a clear instruction. Either you don't add a remarketing tag or not. They have not written like that. Okay, that you require tag manager or not. But you have to add this conversion linker that because they are emphasizing it already. Make sure you add it. It's a must. Okay, otherwise it will not the right way. And they are saying it, you have to fire it on all the web pages. Okay, you have to trigger all the web pages. So what you have to do, come back here. As they have said that you have to fire in all the web pages, the trigger option is down below. Click on this trigger. Here is the all page view option without any no-brainer. Click on this and you are done. You have added a conversion linker, triggered, done, and save it. Now this is pretty much done. Now you have set a conversion tag right now. Okay, you have added a conversion linker tag. You have added a Google Ads conversion tracking code as well. If you want to add analytics, that you can also add it right here. Okay, as if now we are not including analytics, which is very basic. You can add it super easy again. But right now our the motto is to just track conversions, which is getting tracked correctly or not. Okay, let's come back on the left. Now we are done with the settings. Click on the next. Now what it says, you have set up a lead conversion and all. The conversion tracking works and like all the information how it gets worked and all, and click on done. Okay, so see guys, we are done with it. But can you just see this? It is said unverified. Can you see this unverified?
Yes.
Why it is unverified? Because the Google Tag Manager doesn't know that how it's working, because the whole process is people should come to the landing page, fill up the form, and they will go to the thank you page. The moment they go to the thank you page, it means it's working fine. Okay, we have to test it right now. Okay, let's come back to this tag manager, and this is not yet done. the moment you do all this thing, like you added tags, triggers, okay, you come back, here is all the information. You go to the tags, you have two types of tags which you have created. Go to the triggers. There are one trigger that you have manually created for thank you page, and all web trigger was a default feature. Okay, now come to here. You are on the top right, you have submit. Submit, it means that you are you have finalizing this, whatever you have done the changes right now, you are finalizing this. Click on submit. You have to give them information why you are submitting this, like basic changes, like a new conversion setup I can write. Okay, so it will create a version for each. Suppose you are doing something wrong and you are creating multiple conversion versions. So if you want to like get back that previous version before 3 months, before 2 months, you can do it. It creates a version like this. It's a version 1. Okay, like suppose you can get it. I'm click on publish. It will take a while, and after submit it should be done. I think it's probably done. Yes, looks like done. All right. So what we have to do it right now, our job is to test the landing page, whether they are having the tracking ability or not. Okay. Now this is done. This is all the summary is coming. These are two tags, one trigger, 5 variables. You can check all the pages right now. I give you on the front. Let's come back to the workspace. Let's just do debugging right now. What is debugging? If you can see here, here is our landing page. We have added, okay, let's just, for an example, let me just give this page a refresh. So you will get to know that whether this has multiple tags or not. So let me just refresh it, remove this one. I have to remove the cookies. Do remove the cookies, guys, because if you don't remove the cookies, it will not get refreshed. Okay. It's done. Okay. We do have one single tag here on the very front landing page. Okay, let's come to the thank you page. It should be, there should be some trigger. All right, let's see. Okay, it is showing some tag manager, but it's not showing the triggers. Okay, let's see, no worries. Whatever the problems, we'll find out if that is working or not. What you have to do, come to your tag manager and click on preview mode. You have submitted now. Now you have click on to preview. Okay, preview means that debugging mode. Click on this. It will go to the tagassistant.com and all. Now you have to give the website you want to test it. So I want to test this particular website right now. And here is my website. It will try to connect with this particular website. And make sure your JavaScript is turned off. Okay, this is a thing, one problem here. I have to disable this option. Okay. Can you see this? It is showing connected right now on the top left corner, top right corner, like down right corner.
Yes.
It means the data has been getting sent. Okay. And here is showing as well continue. Okay. It is showing that you have a tag fired right now, which is conversion linker. You asked Saurabh that why we required conversion linker, right? You can see
Yes.
at the backend that conversion, just because of conversion linker, right now Google understand that someone is there on your landing page. They are watching you. Okay. They are giving you an eye hawk view. That is why it is said that it is fired, but this is not fired. Our intent is to fire this trigger, which is lead conversion. The moment it's get fired, we'll get a conversion 1. So what I have to do here, I have to come back to this landing page. I have to fill up this form. Let me just give my ID here quickly, and whatever the zip code is. Okay, the moment I should click on this like register now, I'm supposed to go to the thank you page. The moment I should go to the thank you page, that the another trigger should be fired up. Let's go ahead and let's see. I clicked on this. It's also showing connected right now. It's not disconnected yet. It means it is still tracking me, all the behavior of mine, still tracking. And I will go back to my tag assistant. Let's see either they got my another tag fired or not. All right. Let me just show you again. It's showing connected. Yes. Lead is not getting fired yet. Okay, what is the common reason? Okay, let's do some debugging right now in front of you. Okay, stop debugging, come back, quickly come back. Close this. You have to close this assistant. Go to this here, and let me just give you another view. Can you see the Google Ads, guys, right now?
Yes.
Wait. Not this window, this one. Yeah. So you have seen, I have shown you one few steps right now, which includes adding the analytics code, creating few tags, and now testing it up. So what do you think that why it's not getting tracked? Because of course the tag which we have created as a conversion is not getting fired as you have seen it, correct? So our job is to test it right now, that how this will get fired. So just allow me a second. I know what we have done it, like we have done a one mistake while setting it up. I'll show you what was that. And you will also learn that you should avoid that if you are doing it. Otherwise, you will not get a count as one. Okay. And here we go. Let me just show you. Is my screen visible, guys? Tag
No.
manager, tag manager,
No,
tag
no.
manager.
No, no.
Not yet. Okay. Okay. I forgot to add one single slash on front of this. So I came to know
So
about this.
screen is not visible.
Yeah. It is that.
Slash thank you page, right?
Slash thank you page. You got it.
Yes.
We removed. See that, guys? One mistake. We forgot to add slash on front of this. Just because of that, this particular trigger is not getting count. So we have to give this. Just because of this little error, our conversion is not getting count, and it's supposed to get count right now. What do you say, Saurav? I think it should work right now, correct?
Yes.
And I think we have performed right things. What do you think?
Yes.
V2. Okay, I'm just giving this version name V2. Submitting again. 2 tags, 1 trigger, 5 variables. Fine. All right, let's go to the workspace again. Looks promising right now. And let me just go back to triggers, just have a quick look that whether it's yes. Now it's updated. Now it's showing content slash thank you. Earlier it was just thank you. Okay, now I have to click on preview just in order to that check that whether my landing pages are working smoothly. And here is my debugger. Under debugger, I have to paste my link. Already pasted. Nice. I have to just click on connect. The moment I click on this, it will jump to the website like this, and it will say connected. Connecting. Okay, taking time. Not connected for some reason. Okay, interesting. Let's give a reload again. Okay, disconnect this. Copy this thing. Come back. Close it up. Add a domain. Copy this. Click on connect. We'll follow this method again. We must be having some JavaScript problem, I guess.
Maybe some ad blocker might.
Yeah. I'm just checking it up. Where is that? There must be some problem inside that, not connected, it's showing. Because I'm using a lot of JavaScript, so that's why it is sometimes getting problem to debug all this. Okay, let me just quickly see whether I have this or not. Control R, Control 5. Okay. Yes, it's now showing this, which is fine. Okay, now it's showing. come to this thank you page. Let me just reload up quickly. Now it is also showing this. Okay, fine. Fine. So let me just try one more time. It should supposed to run it because earlier it was working fine. Okay, I have to add it tag assistant. Or else what I can do, I can try with some different browser. I think that would be better. See, this is the important thing to you check it out, because if you know this part, no one can stop you again, because it's super technical, but fun again to do it. And let me just open Google Tag Manager real quick right here on my different screen. Click on this, sign in. Okay, now I'm just changing my view to different screen. New screen, Chrome browser. Fine. Okay, can you see this screen, guys? Chrome. Now it's a Chrome.
No, it is showing Tag Manager in my laptop.
Use we are on Tag Manager.
No, you are not Tag Manager, but I have just changed my this browser. I'm on Google Chrome right now. Okay.
Yes, on the Google Chrome new tab. Yep.
New tab, right? Correct. Yes, fine. Just allow me a moment. Let me just quickly sort this thing up. All right. Where is my landing page link? Here. Back to Google Chrome. Click on this preview. Now let me see what is stopping me. I feel there should be no. There are no extensions probably. Yes, we are good to go. Let's see. Hoping for the best. Perfect. Now showing connected, guys.
Yes.
Chrome browser works really great as compared to other browsers. Really annoying sometimes because it's Google product. So Google product always work better on Google things for some reason. Let's come back here. Click on continue. You can see tag fired, which is conversion linker fired one time. Tag not fired, lead conversion is not getting fired. Well, in order to fire this, we have to add this information, give it whole information like this. The moment I click on register now, it should get to another page, which is thank you page. Now, I should supposed to see another tag got fired just because this has / thank you page. And is it get fired?
Yes, it is saying fire 2 times.
Let me see. Container load. No, it should suppose not to fire like this. Okay, it should not supposed to fire like this. It has some different approach. Let me just show you a different landing page. Let me just show you different landing page. You will get to know better how this get fired. Add account. For a moment, I have to stop the screen share. This little credential I have to give it. DM. All right, now doing the screen share. I have one landing page with me, which has been working from very long time, and same process, same tag managers and all. And I will show you what I'm doing with this. Click on preview. Okay, and the landing page is this. LP dot this one. I have shown you multiple times this landing page. Remember, guys, while we were doing lead magnet stuff and all, this one.
Air conditioner.
Yes, this one. I hope you remember all this variation, right? So let's go back, test it up, and this should work. Now it is here on the website, showing connected. I have to give all the options right here. Let me just give a test test at gmail.com, and whatever number is there, let it give it.
Actually, can I know that Sanjay K that's appeared right now, that Pulse?
On the left, on
Yes,
the
it's paid or free?
it's a paid one.
Yes.
I'm using Wiser Notify. You can check it out on AppSumo. That is, I have paid it. Okay, now let me just click on this submit request. The moment I clicked on this, it should get me the same process. Go to the thank you page again. Yes. The moment is going to thank you page. Thanks for interest. We will get back to you shortly. This is a number, a landing page, and so on and so forth. Okay, simple. Let's come back here. Click on the continue. GTM is okay. GTM is not enabled. Wait. It has some different story. Okay, let me just try one more time. I think we have checked with the wrong account. And well, that sort of that option really works really well on the left, which you're seeing right now. It has some good results.
It's
I got
builds trust, lot more trust.
yes. A lot of people signed up, so it shows the ability of this landing page that people are really buying it from this website. Like it's not a fake one.
What is the cost?
I forgot it. I purchased this whole lifetime deal
Lifetime.
around $49, I guess.
Okay.
You can buy it. Okay, so look like debugger is not working correctly. There has some issue on the Google debugger. See, this is still under the beta mode right now. That's why it's so you can see this tag assistant beta. It is newly created, and it has a lot of bugs, but created again. So if I click on this, I can show you that it has some same things as well. See, Google Analytics, Google site. This is UI means, guys, Google Analytics, of course, and Google Ads conversion tracking. You should have this tag fired. Okay, if you are having this ad tag fired, it means everything is sorted. So for a kind information, if you are wondering that how we have added to this pages, same way like we did. If I show you this tags for this particular landing page, which I've just shown you, you'll see that I have added one conversion linker for all the pages. Another one, Google Ads conversion tracking for simple thank you page. Let me just show you how the thank you page has been getting tracked. So here is page view. Page URL contains / thank you. Okay, this is how we get. Oh, okay. Oh, I think we have found the issue. We have added the wrong one. We have added the wrong one, guys. Just in a little hurry, we did a bit blunder right now. Instead of a website, we added a domain. Let me show you just once again what I have done a mistake. I'm going back to trigger. You can see this is showing this page host name.
Page path we can use there. Yes.
We can use page path or yes, I think page path should be there, right? Page path contains thank you. Simple. Or page URL if you want to do it, but page path I think is fine. / URL, thank you, save and submit up. This is going to be V3. This particular part itself little crucial. It will take time. Sometimes you have to test it, not getting work. And see, this is the real kind of testing you have to do it. If you are not able to trigger this tracks, so your conversion not getting tracked, don't run any advertisement if this is not getting tracked. Okay, and that is done. Now let me just go back to my old landing page, which was this one. And here we go. The moment I click, you can see, guys, there is new tag opened on the thank you page, Google Ads conversion tracking. Can you see it?
Yes.
Now it will work for sure. For sure it will work. So we'll come back here and I will show you this triggering Google Tag Manager and go to my workspace. I'm gonna click on preview. Yes, already page is there. Connect. Let's do one more time. Probably it should work. Yes, showing connected. Vijay, and I've just submitted. Wow, let's get submitted. And let's see.
Mr. India.
Yeah, I'm back. Don't worry, I'm back. Just a glitch. Okay. Continue. And why the trigger is not get fired? The trigger is already there. Showing now it's showing connected. Yes. Can you see this? Now trigger has been fired, guys. Congratulations. After so many attempts, triggered, fired, lead conversion, and lead conversion linker. So this trigger should fired. Otherwise, if this trigger is not getting fired, no, this totally you're spoiled. Like Google Ads will get spoiled badly. You have to focus to get this triggered fired. That's why I say this Google Tag Manager class itself will take more than an hour to just perform all this testing, showing that whether it's working or not. And I feel that it would be a little technical for you, but it's fun to watch like this live testing, live debugging, right? And that is it. Now you are done with the Google Tag Manager setup. Now all you have to do, just go back to this, and for this I have to share screen again, and here I have to go back in conversions, and probably the moment I go back a control R, it should say verify in just few minutes, after few minutes, because we have manually verified the trigger that yes, it's working fine. Now let me see whether the Google has got the information or not. Now it was saying unverified. Now it should be suppose verified mode. Let's see, let's see. Okay, now it's showing unverified. Wait for a while. After a few hours, it will get verified because you have just tested this thing that yes, it is working. Okay. And that is it. You are done with the Google Tag Manager today. Congratulations after so many attempts. And I'm glad you are keep learning and all. So what do you think, guys? It was too technical, too tough, or like pretty easy, right? Again, pretty easy, but there are a lot many steps to watch carefully, like this trigger creation, tags creation, adding the links on the landing page in the correctly on the head section and body section. 5-6 steps involved, super important. If you master this, you are done. Okay. On Fiverr.com, people itself charging 5,000 or 10,000 rupees to just this perform this particular task, which is adding Google Tag Manager conversion tags on the website landing pages. That's it. You go to the Fiverr and see people are doing this work.
Now I need to make a gig now.
Go ahead, make it. Yes, just to create this particular tag, triggering and firing and adding up, they're doing it. So that's it. That's it, guys. And now you tell me, do you have any kind of a question that how we did that and all?
Actually, it was the session was so good, but it was a little bit confusing because we have to try it for ourselves. Otherwise, we are not able
Yes,
to.
yes. This session is purely built on practical basis. If you don't create a page like this on WordPress, maybe on other landing page, you're not adding this JavaScript on your own, then only you will know that what kind of a problem if you see myself. I am doing this stuff from very long time. It's been more than 4-5 years, but I still do mistakes sometimes. See, I'm still doing mistakes because it is all about the practice. The moment you do practice more and more and more, then only you will be super easy and get comfortable with all the tracking code and analyzing and all things. See, that's why I'm telling you, just watching it's not going to be changing anything in your life. You have to implement it, and I know that you must have seen it. This class was totally on implemented basis. There was no theoretical session, right? I've shown you how to operate Tag Manager, how to create scratch from landing page. I've shown you how to add that particular JavaScript and how to perform all this stuff. And I think that's pretty much easy stuff. So this video will go up very soon on YouTube. If you want a reference in future that how to add this and all, you can do just rewind and check, do step-by-step process with me, how I have just shown you right now. I think that would be really great.
Sure.
Right. So I think that is it. So how you have enjoyed this particular session, just let me know. And we are done with this conversion tracking, which is super important for our Google tag, because if this is not getting tracked, no, you will never gonna see any kind of result. That is super important to just track this Google lead forms and all. Got it? So yes. So are you guys clear that whatever we have covered right now, it was fun to watch, of course, and also again interesting stuff under this this Google ads manager.
Yeah, definitely. It's मतलब कैसे बोलूं कि it's better than a 500 code.
Absolutely. So I told you, no, like this is Google Ads console is like a Lamborghini. We have a lot of buttons. Each button has some different work, and you see that we have lot many things under the Google Tag Manager itself. We have lot many buttons here as well. Lot many buttons. Just count every trigger. Just open the settings and like tools. You see this all section has consists with different options. Each option has some different work. You're getting it. So a lot of options again yet to explore. And if you are clear with the today's session, please put a CC finally on the chat so I'll get to know that you are clear. Everyone, including everyone. Okay. In fact, I will also write CC that. Okay, I am also clear with you. All right, CC. Okay, I'm also writing CC to you. Everyone, CC. Yes, I'm also clear, guys. Fantastic. So it was fun to do it again. And I was thinking of doing this session from very long time because it was a really technical thing. That's why I haven't given you on very first day when I started Google Ads. I thought to give you this, how to do conversions or that's why I given you idea that how to create campaigns, how to do all of the stuff. So you will get focused. You'll get super excited because I know this particular classes get boring when people usually start talking about analytics, Google Tag Managers and all because this is super not interestable thing because we are here to learn Google Ads. Why to learn Google Tag Manager and all? But now you're seeing that just because of Google Tag Manager only, we can add the conversions. And it is highly recommended to use Google Tag Manager. It should be a practice, okay? If you want to become a digital marketer, practice Google Tag Manager. It will be super helpful for your near future. And yes, I hope that you're going to practice. Are you guys going to practice this particular thing, whatever you have just learned today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and this is super crucial. Again, if you don't implement, don't try to practice, you'll definitely gonna forget it. See, you have to take a lot of like reference from YouTube and all. That's totally fine, but it's okay. It's part of your job. If you want to be digital marketer, you must know that how to add this tag manager and all because in I can see you want to become an entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur should know every each of stuff which is going to be happen inside the company. So that's why I'm still operating all the stuff in my hand. I could have give this Google Tag Manager work to someone else that you add it and all, but I never give it because it's my job to do it because I must know that how Google Tag Managers knows. Sort of ask that why we use conversion linker tags. If I could have not practiced yet, how could I have give the answer like that? You're getting it. So to give the kind of answer and that confidence, you have to practice it. The simple thing. You only know that if the conversion linker is not there, your other page will not get triggered. And if you remove it conversion linker, you'll see that the page is not getting triggered. So super important. And that is it for 22 p.m. right now. And that was intense session again. And I really like that you are still here listening to me. And I could be a little boring sometimes, but again, I tried my best to, just explain you all the stuff inside this, how to track the conversion in Google Ads and all. All right. In that note, and that is it. Thank you so much for coming here again. And we'll meet you another Google Ads session. And I hope you are enjoying Google Ads session, guys, so far. That whatever we are going through the journey. And again, this is a new day and new learning, big learning, of course, not a small learning. It's a big learning just from more than a 1 hour. You have seen in-depth conversions tracking. Just go on Facebook groups, try to search for helps. They're not going to help you like that. You'll never find the videos like step-by-step process. You will not get any kind of explanation step-by-step. I'm even telling you those people who says that they are expert in the industry or probably they are just running courses and all. In the courses itself, they don't give the, examples like this, live examples, debugging, how to fix it or not. I don't know why they're not giving it, but it's super important to give the examples. So I'm glad that we fixed a problem live. So you able to understand that how should tackle the problems if not getting triggered, not able to count the conversion and so on. And that's it. And have a great day ahead, guys. That's it. The class is end right now. And let me just